Hey everybody, I just received my Kaoko cruise control or throttle assist in the mail today. I was trying to do some research online before it showed up and didn't find too much, so I decided I'd try putting a little video together, maybe help inform people about what it is, how it works, what's going on there. As you can see, it comes in this little package here, pretty simple. I'll show you what you get here. Instructions, we'll get to those later. You'll see how simple this device really is. Pull it out, you get a washer, you get the throttle assist device itself, and a small Allen wrench here. So just a little bit about it. Of course, it's a left-hand thread on this lock nut here, so as you roll back on the throttle, it moves out towards the left, creating friction against the throttle and locking it into place. If you take this completely off here, might be kind of difficult to see, but the small Allen wrench is for fitting into this piece here, and as you tighten down, it actually physically deforms this piece out here, giving you some resistance to your locking washer, as it's without that tightened down, there's very little resistance to it spinning here. In terms of construction, the bar end weight here, steel, heavy. The lock washer is a plastic or nylon of some sort, as is the press washer here. And over here you see the unmodified, completely stock throttle of a 2009 Kawasaki Versys. First step in the process, of course, removing the existing bar end here. The stock bar end came off without any difficulty, 6mm Allen key there. A fair amount of force, I guess, with the thread locker they had installed. Now that I have it off here, you can see the two units side by side. Stock, in terms of the weighted portion, a little bit longer there. Total height, including the friction nut on the Kaoko, a little bit longer. In terms of weight, they feel right about the same. I don't know if you can really appreciate this. The stock bar end has a gloss black to it, where the Kaoko is fairly flat in comparison. The directions say that it may be necessary to file down some welding along the seam here if the Kaoko unit does not fit flushly up against it. I don't know how much these welds vary bike to bike. On this specific one, there's no trouble with clearance whatsoever, so filing will be unnecessary. First piece to go on is this plastic thrust washer. It fits on the end here and actually presses into the small gap made between the rubber grip and the throttle tube. That's going to take me 2 hands here. So far, the most difficult process of the installation here has actually been removing the old factory thread locker and now putting the Kaoko unit into place. And that's about it for the installation. Don't forget to use the 2mm Allen key. They actually include this in the kit to tighten up your friction bolt there, giving your lock nut here a little bit of resistance as it turns. So here you can see standard throttle operation, roll back, no resistance, let go, and it snaps closed there. To use the Kaoko device, slide over, grab it, roll back. As you do with the throttle, this nut pushes out into the throttle here, creating friction, preventing it from sliding back forward. So there you see it held in place. Again, this is a fairly light assistance here. You can adjust the tension there, where even when fully engaged here, you can still easily manually roll forward through the throttle there. So in the garage here, this device is doing exactly what it claims it will do. We'll see how it works. I just got back from my initial ride with the newly installed Kaoko Throttle Assist. It was relatively short, about 30 miles, mixed city and highway driving. In the city, I left it fully disengaged the entire time and did not find that it impeded in any way with normal operation of the throttle. See here, even with a glove on, there's plenty of wiggle room here to prevent accidental application of the throttle assist there. Moving out into the highway, when I started trying to engage the unit, I was unable to find a sweet spot, and by that what I mean is a position where it would allow normal throttle operation when unengaged, yet with one simple twist, provide sufficient tightening force on the throttle to prevent it from gradually slipping forward. I was able to get around this by putting some preload on the throttle nut here, so rolling it back a little bit, and then as a unit, the nut and the throttle, and that would provide sufficient holding force on the throttle here. I actually preferred this as it presents as an effective mechanism for preventing accidental application of the throttle assist here. Once engaged, you can easily provide slight changes in throttle position, either more or less here, without adjustment of the throttle screw, and it'll maintain that position. And again, even when fully engaged, you can easily power through it to bring your throttle back down if necessary. Again, this is not a true cruise control, it just maintains your throttle in a constant position, so you'll speed up going down hills, slow down going up hills, etc. You will also gain an appreciation for how frequently you need to provide slight adjustments in throttle position to maintain that constant speed over uneven terrain. Initially, I wasn't so sure if I liked the graphics they put on the unit here, but it provides a good area for quick visual assessment of the locking force on your friction nut here. Overall, very happy with the throttle assist so far.